Yeah, I showed my dad a couple of clips from Detmers. Also, Brett from Brett's Brewery. He saw their glasses, and he said to me, "Well, what do you have a mug like that?" I said, "Well, I used to. Uh, I don't think I have it anymore." So he said, "Well, I have one. Why don't you take that and you go do your videos? Go show them you're a Viking." And I said, "Well, you know, Dad, I'm not a Viking. That's why I make a Viking ale to compensate for that." Uh, anyway, um, so Paulie, Brett, uh, will I be accepted in the Big Mug Club? Is this gonna do, or do I have to go crazy? I hope this hope this is gonna do. This is not my homebrew. This is a commercial Oktoberfest beer, and this is not a brewery of which I get very much from. Really, this is the first brew of theirs that I liked. Uh, I just liked it, and I have a local grocery store here who still has stock of it, so I got a couple of cans. It's okay. It's okay. It still lacks flavor and body and excitement. There's not too many things to be excited about. I mean, it's not like the double fisted ale. And speaking of which, I still have one more tasting to do for you guys. So why don't we skip to that and see how the two compare. Enjoy. Cheers. Alright guys, this is the second version of the double fisted ale, the Mangrove Jack's M27 yeast. It has had equal conditions, brewed on the same day, fermenting next to the other vessel, the T58 yeast vessel, kegged on the same day, and carbonated the same way. Been sitting in the same refrigerator at the same temps. So I poured this about 15-20 minutes ago and letting it heat up just a little bit. The lacing is great. The foam is nice and creamy and caramel-like colored, just almost identical to the T58 yeast version. So let's get the aroma. It's very similar to the T58 yeast version. This is not as fruity on the nose. This is more malty. And a tad bit more hoppy, I think. So let's dive in. Cheers. Okay, so straight off, the mouthfeel is different. This is not as full-bodied as, or not as medium, not as full as the other in body. It's a little thinner. I think the explanation partly is that this fermented down to a specific gravity of 1006, and the T58 finished at 1011, I think. So this is not as creamy or as bodied as the other version. Still, and there's also a difference in the journey and what happens. I'll have another sip just to freshen my memory, and I'll tell you. So I said about the T58 that it arrives hoppy, goes malty, and then finishes hoppy again. Now this one has a different pattern to the experience. So it arrives malty with a bit of hop. More bitter. The bitterness is more upfront on this one than the 258 Yeast version. And also gets more spices out of this one. But it's not as fruity. There's not so much pineapple. Pine. There's not so much pine or grapefruit. Maybe the grapefruit is the same and provides a little bit of the slight bitterness taste, but fruity. And the malt lingers a lot longer on this one, but the malt is a bit sharper on this one. It has a very, very refreshing experience to it, and it has come a long way, even though it hasn't been kegged for more than 3 or 4 weeks, probably. So I'm expecting this to develop further, as the inventor of the recipe claims that the peak will be after about 3 months. So I'm looking forward to that, because this is supposed to be my Christmas ale, like I said. So it will peak just about Christmas time. So that'll be good. So that's a double fisted ale. Even though this is just a little bit thinner bodied, if I had to pick between the two, I think there's a slight advantage to the Mangrove Jack's version. You can also see that like I said, the lacing on the glass is fantastic, and this is just starting to warm up to the optimum temperature. I haven't measured the temps in this. I'll probably do that sometime later on. But enough about this. Let's go back to Thirsty Thursday video. Cheers. Right, I hope you enjoy that. It was very, very fun to do. The experiment is not over. All I have done is just present to you the results at this point. So the experiment continues to go along other stuff that I do, but I'm still going to compare them as long as I can. I'm going to try and keep some left of each, just sample. And yeah, so hopefully I will have better notes eventually, which I may put up on the forums, which I frequent, and then you can read about it there. Okay, so what else? Yeah, I have been talking about, at least online on the forums, that I would like to experience some all grain, and it looks like I'm gonna have my wish come true a little sooner than I would have expected at first. And the reason for that is a very generous person, lives a couple of hours north of me, it's Tony Yates. I met him once in Oslo before I left for Denmark, in the Oktoberfest there. I had lunch with him, and he was kind enough to invite me for a brew day. So it's not the weekend that's starting tomorrow evening, but the week after that, the next weekend, I'm gonna travel up and visit Tony Yates. We're gonna plan some brewing. He had a couple of suggestions. We'll sit down and find out what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna have a blast because I'm gonna get to experience what happens in his brewery on a brew day. I'm super excited about this. I'm gonna bring with me, of course, one of each of the double fisted ale experiments. So I want him to try those, see what he has to say. He has a very good refined palate, I think, after this time, which he has developed. So I'm very eager to see what he can pick up from those. If he's at all agreeing with what I found. And yeah, we're just gonna hang out and have fun. I'm super excited about it. I just can't say that enough. I look very much forward to that. So he's inviting me into his home, which is very, I don't even have a word for it. It's just generosity. It's a statement of trust. It's awesome. I mean, this community is just super unique in so many ways. I mean, we get to have so much fun together and on our own as well. But I mean, when you meet up or talk to other brewers, it's just awesome. Exchange brews, experiences. I mean, it doesn't get any better. The only regret I have is that I didn't start this sooner. Cheers. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a good Thirsty Thursday. Watching the videos, the Homebrew Wednesdays and Thirsty Thursdays, and whatever you're catching up on. I hope that you're able to have homebrew in your hand, kick your feet up, sit back and relax, and have a good time. So if you haven't subscribed or commented or shared, please feel free to do so at your leisure, because I'm going to stick around, I think, and have some more fun with you guys. I have a few more experiences to share with you over a few more videos. I'm going to do more whiskey, don't worry, but all in good time. So, like, right now, I'm just enjoying myself with this one, and I hope you're having something similar in your hand. So, see you next time. Cheers.